I think this is a pretty important video to make, especially for me, since I do usually get every unit on release. I think the only unit, if we go to like the banner releases, hold on, where's this? So guides, banner order, I've gotten pretty much everyone on release, seasonal units, Yami, Fuego, Lich, Fauna, Raya, Vettel 2, which was I don't know why I did that. Season 2 units, Kiato, not Gohono, because I didn't think she was insane. Then the season 3, and then Julius, and then also season 4. So pretty much everything since pretty much everything on launch but Kohono, because I just like didn't really have the pulls, and I mean already getting Kyoto was good enough for me. Now starting now, obviously we have Vetto and Gulduri coming out. That is something cool. We should be getting the information either Monday or Tuesday, so like tomorrow or today at the time of seeing this, I guess, or tomorrow. So I might have to release this a bit earlier depending, but it doesn't really matter. We shouldn't be getting the unit information, so this still stays, right? Even if this video does come out, I'm recording this on Sunday. If the information for Vetto and Gulduri, or like the update information, comes out on Monday, then this video still stands. Like what I'm saying in this video still stands, because these units might still be, we shouldn't know the unit information. But now these two units are a weird mix. Guduri is probably not hype, so immediately I just don't think he's going to be good, which is just how this game operates. Like, it's weird. I mean, to be fair, Kiano and Kohono were both very good, so maybe I'm wrong. But what we thought were going to be just like very good units, being the seasonals, like every time, because season 1 and 2 was impeccable, just turned out to be like mediocre units in season 3 and 4, in my eyes at least, right? So I just don't think that Gulduri is going to be too good, especially with the current meta of like, okay, hype units equals big money, and then not hype units, nothing, right? Vetto might be something, but it's going to depend. Now, why I'm making this video is because of my current thoughts on a couple things. I've got a full pity saved up, basically. I've got 180 pulls at the moment, virtually 180 pulls. And I'll be able to get up to 200. And you might be like, okay, cool, that means you'll be able to summon and get them, guaranteed. Now, I do not think that I will be actually going to pity for either of those units. And even if I do not make showcases on them, I think I could start living with that. I think that I've just been kind of so into the game, but now I'm feeling like the game itself is taking me out of it. And I will only mainly be going to pity either for like really good units or seasonal units, because seasonal units is 3 units and I get to make 3 showcases, and that's like at least a lot of content. Now, of course, like I'll do 5 multis at least, between 5 and 8, I think. I'm not going to go to pity, not at all. And to me, this is a pretty important thing, right? I think I do want to talk about this and kind of talk about it with you guys. And I think a lot of it does stem a bit from me recently, just like, you know, being a bit more into Star Rail now and watching a lot of Star Rail and a lot of Tectone, who has been more free to play, and seeing his views on content. Of course, he takes content from okay, how do I want to word this? He makes content from other people's content, and the way he does it is very entertaining. I'm not going to be doing that type of stuff. I'm just saying that his philosophy for how people should spend is more so like to have fun. And I feel like for me, yes, I should be summoning, right? I think that not even just Tectone, right? I'm talking about like just Genshin and all that in general. I've seen a lot of different people talk about this, but I want to be able to either have fun with them, or them being like insanely good units to the point where it's like, okay, I kind of have to summon, but I don't really feel like these guys will be like, or like either of them should be meta changing. And that's the problem. We haven't had a meta changing unit since really Julius, right? Now, the thing is with Julius, he only added on to a Noelle team. Like he was only there to be like, okay, I could fit perfectly on a Noelle team, right? So it just didn't really spark anything new. I've been trying to make a Julius Jack team work, but it's not really up to par all the time, right? So to me, it's like, okay, these are probably gonna be like the first ever like releases that no matter what, I'm not going to pity. Unless Vettel's like far and away number 1, I don't feel like it, and the game is not letting me feel like it. So that's kind of my current stance on it. Even if I can go to pity free to play, I'm trying to not spend them as much. Like I could spend, right? It's not like I can't spend easily. I just don't see a purpose in a game where it's like, even if I don't spend and get these new units, I'll be fine no matter what, right? That's how I'm seeing it. You guys also should not be spending in this game unless it's your favorite unit. That I understand. To me, like, favorite unit, go ahead, spend. But this game gives me no purpose. You have no purpose to spend, and that goes perfectly in touch with their revenue and why they're making less money. And I am not always going to support unless it's for like 100% content. Like, if the content is there and I could make a bunch and I'm seeing a clear path, like I did with Noel, right? If I'm not seeing that path to making a lot of content, I have no use for it. I want to summon and go to pity on units that I'm having fun with. But if the pickup banner, like mid-season units, are not good, then I won't do that. I will only be doing that for seasonals, and then pickups will only be the ones that I am having fun with, and in that way I will be able to stay mainly free to play. And if I want to dupe out units a lot, I will spend a bit. That's how I'm kind of viewing it, and it kind of sucks because Gulduri is my GOAT. I actually love Gulduri, but obviously they're going to go in the unfeatured, so at one point it's not like I'm not going to get them. They're going to be in the unfeatured, so you know, that's cool. That's cool. Now, as for when we should get them, I don't remember if I said this at the beginning, but it should be like Monday, Tuesday. Oh yeah, I was talking about this. It was like a whole little spiel. I would like to start spending less. Obviously, it's just because like I just don't feel right spending on a game that like doesn't reward me for spending. Like, I feel like even without spending and like just doing one pity everywhere, I'd be fine, and like I could use those 0 dupe units and still do great. I feel like, especially with how this banner, it's like, okay, I went 360 pulls, had nothing to show for it because it turns out Jack sucks even with dupes. Or not sucks, but like the dupes don't make him better, right? And then Charlotte, it's like, okay, cool. Like I went 160 more mainly for Jack, so it's like, it sucks that like they weren't that good. I don't know. It just kind of threw me off, right? So I feel like this banner especially was just like, okay, yeah, no. Unless these units are like far and away the best and it seems like I'm going to have fun with them, I'm not summoning. Like, I mean, I'm not like going to pity. I should say I'm not going to pity. I'm only gonna do like 5 multis because I need to stock up on like shards and stuff, right? Obviously, because no matter what, shards are very important to get like stamina and all that. But I'm not gonna summon every banner. I'm gonna make sure that I have enough for the banners that matter, which isn't many when you consider that the only like units that are like up to par nowadays is Julius and Noel, like in their own tier, right? And that's so sad because they've released like 10 plus units since like Noel, or like including Noel, there's been like 10 plus releases, and it's like, okay, well, 2 of them are like on the same tier. Like if we're really checking for, also like I'll mention this right after, but for PvP there's only these 2, right? And recently, it's not even like, if we're really looking at this tier list, which I do solemnly pretty much agree with, the only other unit that's been released recently that's been good has only been like Kyoto or Charmy, like Charmy. That's it. Charmy, Kyoto, Ghost. Only 3. 5 units since the release of the game are in SS plus, SS or SSS, right? And all of these units, I don't agree with this, Asta, but you know, sure, are mostly older units. Like all the newer units are just not good. Like you see Vanessa here, which I just like, I find that so sad, right? That Vanessa is here. And if the 3 season 4 units were here, I don't think Fuego would be that high either. So overall, it's like, just sucks overall, you know? I think that a lot of the newer units should be higher, but then it's like all the blue units that were at launch are just so good. Then green, nothing new, and then red especially, I wouldn't say nothing new, especially just everything, except for Noel, obviously. But the other thing is that in Arena, it's just like, the meta is so unchanging. It's like, unless there's something that's going to change the meta a lot and make it for a new fun meta, I just don't see the purpose. Like, you just slap on Noel, and then if you have space, Julius, and then your team's perfect. That's just how this meta works. So, you know, I want to make showcases that are fun, but for me too, right? Like, that's the whole point. I want to have fun doing it, and if this Fado and Gulduri aren't good, then they're just not good, and I won't be summoning. I'll do 5 multis maybe on Gulduri because he's the GOAT, right? But that's how I view it. Let me know if you think I'm an idiot. If you do, dislike or just do something. Don't just click off, because, you know, even dislikes give me more clout for the videos, right? Like they get pushed out more even if you dislike or like. So hey, you go ahead and do that. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.